Good morning, Kevin. How are you doing, man? Nice to have you here. If you were missing me from yesterday, I'm sorry. Sanala Sharma, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. TCTV, you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Let me check out Sanal's channel. Pretty sure I'm already, no? Don't have any content. Okay. Oh. I don't know. I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I just didn't get any sleep. By the time I got my lazy bones out of bed, it was 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just didn't feel like doing a live stream. I was so sore. So, well, you could have called me. You're welcome, Sanal. Good morning, Gene. How are you doing? Yeah, arthritis is really kicking in, I guess. I didn't get much sleep last night either, and I took two pain pills. I took one at 11 o'clock, and I took one at about 2:30 this morning, and it still didn't help. Thank you, TC. You could have called me. Hello. That wouldn't be no bother there, Kevin. So, D, how you doing, man? Nice to have you here. Hey, Jewish redneck prepper. Man, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing, man? Nice to have you here. So, Fly, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Let me check your channel out. Sometimes channels don't ring a bell, so I am subscribed to you. Oh, Mike on the Fly. There we go. There we The way you got it spelt there, you can either be Mike on the Fly or McConna Fly. So, but it's Mike on the Fly. So, I'm glad I actually looked at it. So, you replaced the fallen soldier. That's pretty cool. I'm doing good there, Jewish. I'm doing good. Almost stopped the medication social club. Yeah. I wish I could stop there sometimes, but it wouldn't be worth it for me to stop. You know, one beer and I had to sit out in the parking lot. You got the 52 ouncer this time? Oh, so you got the big brother. Did you get the indestructible one there, Gene? Oh. Have you been keeping busy there, Jewish? Right. I understand that now, and then I looked at the thing. Pretty interesting play on words there, Mike on the Fly. You have to start hanging with Gene. There you go. You get a 52 ouncer. I remember when I was younger, we used to have a few beers. You know, people, oh yeah, only had a couple. Yeah. 3, 4 of them, you know, quarts. So The mugs just don't hold up against the Silverado. My son starts work tomorrow, so he has to go for orientation at 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So I got to take him there. I got to take him to orientation. Take myself to my hot dog event, and then I think hopefully it's not going to rain tomorrow. I didn't even check the weather. Thursday, 84 degrees and sunny. Huh. I got one Friday and Saturday too, but it's supposed to have thunderstorms on Friday and rain on Saturday. So I don't know. We might not have one of them. So. You didn't want to test yourself. I don't blame you, Kevin. Yeah. $24 later. Anyways, I spent the better part of the night staring into the black emptiness. So couldn't sleep. So, lucky me. I was drinking for medicinal reasons. I stay sick a lot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You say I'm responsible. I always stop at one pitcher. What gets me is the pitchers get smaller and smaller all the time, don't they, there, Kevin? I remember when a pitcher of beer was almost a gallon. Then it went down to like 3 quarts, then a half a gallon. I think now they're like 42 ounces or 48 ounces or something like that. You get 3 12-ounce beers or 4 12-ounce beers out of them. So. And they charge you for, I don't know. I'd much rather have PBR out of a tap. If I'm going to drink it, from a keg, I'd rather have PBR. So. Yeah, right. Stop at one pitcher. Well, yeah, you got to stop and get that one done first. Anyways, me and Uncle Arthur is starting to really, really get to me. So he's I don't have my next pain management appointment until November, but you can see this finger's starting to do what this one is doing. So. I figured out the theory of relativity. Yeah. No, I sit there and think, a lot of times it's, about the hot dog business and what I do. And I want to make a hot dog trailer. So I just sit there and think about what I would do and what I would put in it and, where I would put the stuff to make. I want to make it so it's so efficient that it damn it can run itself without anybody being in it. But, still have to have somebody in there to sling hot dogs. But I did find a trailer the other day, and I did contact the guy. talking about a price right now. Um, he's got a pop up, and basically nothing's any good inside the pop up. The canvas and the mattresses and all that stuff is no good. And I don't want any of that. But and it is 25 years old, but it's a tandem axle. And for the price he wants for it, um, he's reflecting the price as it being a camper that you can use to go camping with, and you can't. You know, it needs a new canvas, needs new cushions. The stove doesn't work. Uh, it does have a shower stall inside it, and that, you know, toilet and stuff like that. But he's already tore all that stuff out. So if you were going to, you know, use it as a camper, he'd have to replace all that. And for the price he wants, he's reflecting that. Marie Keplinger, good morning. Nice to see you here. You're looking lovely as ever. That'd be nice. I wish you did too. But anyways, I contacted him, and you know, we're in the process of talking. So if I can get it for what I want to get it for, um, I'd go pick it up and start. You know, because we're saying strip it all out anyways. Um, the cables don't work to lift the roof up and all that other stuff. You know, so all that, which that doesn't make a difference to me anyways, because the roof has to come off. You build a framework and then put the roof back on. But if the price that he wants, all that stuff should work, and it doesn't. I'm glad you are too there, Murray. Hi, Big Steve. So the only thing it really is, it's a bigger one because it's a tandem axle, and that's the reason why I want it. It's big enough for, you know, two people actually to be standing up inside it. You know, one person on one side, one person on the other side doing something, you know, so two people can actually work it. And it's funny. Did the whirlpool go? Oh. But anyways, you know, that's what I'm looking for. And you know, if it takes me a year to finish it, it takes me a year. But then, you know, when I start it, and I put the money in it when I have the money, and when I'm done, it owes me nothing. You know, I mean, I don't owe nothing on it, and I can start working on it. So. That's pretty good there, Gene. You got one of them drill masters or whatever it is for doing the screws and stuff? I want to get one of them. I think those are pretty cool. I call that plop art. That's right. Yeah, one of them Craigs. Yeah, there you go. Yankee Living, good morning. Nice to have you here. How are you feeling this morning, Yankee? You still in bed, or are you trying to get out of bed? It's supposed to chew your nails and then dip them after. God, you guys. um, Up and down, yeah. I understand that there, Yankee. I really do. I love a good Belgian dip. That's funny. I have an event tomorrow. I have an event Friday and Saturday. The ones for Friday and Saturday are it's a big rummage sale. I don't know if you guys have heard of like the 127 yard sale, which is 127 runs from northern Michigan down to Florida, I guess. It's a great, and they do it for the weekend, and the 127 yard sales for the entire 127. They have a yard sale that weekend. Well, this is Route 20, and Route 20 runs from where Kevin lives all the way to, I don't know, it goes to Toledo. So, um, but anyways, they have a yard sale too, and that's this weekend. So, got some pics on Messenger. Okay. You don't mind if well, of course you don't mind if I'm going to share them because I want to share them anyway, Gene. Okay. That's a cabinet Gene made. Looks pretty nice. Today I just seen that on Facebook. Today is my brother-in-law that passed away. Today would have been his 4th wedding anniversary. Good morning, Ron. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. That is a nice looking cabinet. I had to have Gene make me some. Yeah, it is nice work. You're a craftsman, Gene. You're a craftsman. Now, how long did it take you to make those cabinets? Well, if you want to come here and build me cabinets, bring your camper. I got a place you can park it. Bring some tools. I'll supply the wood and all the coffee and all the grub, and you can build me all the cabinets you want to build, Gene. Well, that's pretty cool. Only took you 4 hours to build that. I know guys that make cabinets and it took them 4 hours to build the door. So, but it sounds like a fair enough deal, doesn't it, Grizz? Hell, I bet you'd even invite them over to have them build you cabinets for that kind of deal. The Heart of Comedy, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Or I could give you all the measurements, Gene. You could build them at your house, load them up in the back of your truck, and make a road call. There you go. Chris, knock it off on the prices. We're all poor folk here now, remember? We're going to barter this thing off on coffee and food. I'll feed you good, Grizz, or Gene, I'll feed you good. That's great. Those are beer runs. Right. Oh. You buy, I fly. There you go. That is pretty good work there, Gene. It really looks nice. So. Yeah, there you go. You got coffee drinking friend Kathy. Yeah. That's right. So. Now, I was talking about that trailer. There you go. That's funny there. I was talking about that, that trailer for the hot dog cart. Um, if I was going to put cabinets in it, which there's going to have to be some in it, but I'd like to have them like roll top cabinets because basically there's not a lot of room in a trailer, and you start opening up cupboard doors, and if two of you are in there walking, or whatever, that drastically cuts down on the walking room. So if anything, I'd like to have them so that roll up and come down or whatever. So the bottom ones at least. It is a great plan for Grizz. Yeah. Yeah, sliding cabinet doors would work too. Something that doesn't swing in and out. So, and if they slide or if they roll up and down, they don't actually. Well, the slider ones would probably be better because they don't actually have to lock. You know. Um, your lumber costs $3 per board foot. Yeah, they do take. It does take time, but it does look good. The only bad thing about it is that if you get a door, a cabinet door that hangs up or screws up, you're pretty much stroked because by the time you get frustrated and everything, you rip the door off in order to get into it. So, you know, I got that roll top behind me. Every once in a while, it likes to stick, so you got to sit there and play with it until it, shake it and all that other stuff. And if it's surface dimension lumber, it goes 9 boards per board. But jeez, you're expensive. Yeah, yeah. So when the stuff doesn't fall out. And sliding doors probably would make it better. Um, and I suppose you could actually put locks on the sliding doors or whatever to keep them from sliding when you're, stopping and starting and stuff like that. Because you don't face anytime you move back and forth like that. If you got sliding doors, they're gonna move. So yeah, I do. I got actually I have I take a little bar of soap and do it with it. So one of the ones you get at the hotel, it fits right in the track. So not that I'd ever steal a bar of soap from the hotel, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I know. You can do that, but um, if you're going to do it, you might as well make it look nice because people are going to look inside your trailer, when they're ordering. So if it looks like crap inside, they're not going to order. You know what I mean? So I steal the towels. Oh, yeah, you use something like a cargo net, right? How many pounds of hydrogen and how many pounds of oxygen does it take to make a gallon of water? Well, a gallon of water is made of H2O. There's 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen. So if it's 8 pounds to a gallon of water, and you have 2 parts hydrogen to 1 part water or oxygen, so that's a 2 to 1. So let's see, that would be um, about 5.5 parts of hydrogen and 2.5 parts of oxygen. uh, no, they're not. The bed bugs use pubes for cloth. That's an alarm going off. Hmm. Girls is more scientific than I am. Well, you got 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part water, or yeah, H2O. So you got 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. So if a gallon of water weighs 8 pounds, then I'm assuming that the hydrogen weighs 5.5 pounds, and then and the water weighs 2.5 pounds, or the oxygen weighs 2.5 pounds. So JD, good morning. Up with the chickens. That's right. Give me a second. I go shut this alarm off. Uh, it is. It is easier to carry up some. Um, you shouldn't assume that oxygen weighs more than hydrogen. Because actually, hydrogen is a liquid. Oxygen isn't. So that's right. Uh, you're right. Hydrogen is a liquid, or when it's compressed, but that's what water is. Water is compressed hydrogen. Good morning, my life, part 3. Nice to have you here, Grandma. You're looking lovely as ever. Hard to believe it. It's Wednesday already. First 2 days of the week, Monday and Tuesday, they both sucked. Hopefully Wednesday will be better, but still waking up. Well, that's good there in my life. And by the way, you don't look anything like a grandmama, mama. She's a grandma. Yes. Isn't it hydrogen, if it's compressed, turns into a gas? Let me get back up here to your last comment. As you wrote, hydrogen is a liquid when it's compressed, but not when it's decompressed. I thought hydrogen's a gas when it's compressed. All right. What's about your what about your husband there, my life? All right, Georgine, that'll be cool. She's a hot grandma. Well, we'll see about that, Grizz. Um, from everything I'm reading here, it is a gas when it's compressed. Right here, hydrogen storage. Generally, the compressed gas has to be cooled down after each stage to constant pressure. Um, yeah, it is a gas when it's compressed. I may be wrong, but that's what I'm reading. I didn't read all of it, but I'm sorry to hear that in my life. Punk J, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. I seen you coming in, but I didn't say anything yet. I was busy doing something else. I am sorry to hear that there in my life. Prayers are with you. Yeah, the faster the better. You're right. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Get to fighting it fast there, my way. The quicker the better. Oh. Well, let's see what Dr. Google has to say. Okay, in order for hydrogen to be in a liquid state, it has to be at minus 423.17 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 252 degrees, or 252.87 degrees Celsius. That's when it turns into a liquid. So Arizona Ghostwriter, nice to have you here. Grizz is making a hydrogen bomb. Anyways, in my life, my prayers are with you and your husband. Oh. How are you doing today, Arizona Ghostwriter? I'm sorry, I probably stopped a mid-question or something. So I knew it. Oh, well, Grizz is asking about hydrogen, so we figured he might be making a hydrogen bomb. Yeah, hey, I do that dehydrated water stuff all the time. And then I can it. I go get me a great big old bucket of water. I dehydrate it and then I can it. I'm doing as good as can be expected, but I'm still above ground. Cecil Skinner just put out another video. So I just got my paperwork from the AdSense the other day. So I had to fill out all the required account information and everything for them. So slow down, Grizz. I need to write down the phone. Yeah. Southern Homestead. Yeah, Deep South Homestead did a video. Yeah, I remember that. But before he did that, I did it on Facebook. About 4 years ago or whatever, 4 or 5 years ago. I was on Facebook. I said, today I am going to dehydrate some water, and then I'm going to can it, And then I went step by step, on how to do it. And people think, I had a couple of guys, what are you talking about? And how do you store it? So I said, when you're all done, all you gotta do is just add some liquid to it. So I know it. Get paid for YouTube. That's crazy talk. Yeah. I average, I don't know, every day around, I don't know, 85, 90 cents a day, something like that. So it ain't much, but it's better than nothing. I'm not going to get rich, but everything I put into it, it's coming back. It's not a job. For God's sakes, it's never going to be a job. You know. There you go. Dehydrated water for backpackers. That's right. Hey, I have the recipe for freezing water, so on how to make ice. And it's a carefully guarded secret, and it's patented. So I catch anybody making ice, I'm thinking about getting my lawyers after them. That is a hell of a good idea there, Grizz. You could have found some buyers, you're right. Especially if early, well, in the 60s, you could have found a lot of them if you were standing outside of Woodstock. So, hey, isn't that looking lovely? That hurts this. I can't hardly get it to turn. So, that's what keeps me up at night. So, that and the shooting pains in my feet, from the bone spurs. And, so. And my wife won't share the rest. There you go. All right, there, Marie. You have a great one. We'll see you in a little bit. Yeah. Well, you know what? I've come up with another thing that people don't realize. No, I've never tried kumbaka, whatever, kombucha. I'm on that methotrexate right now. I'm trying to let that work. I am going to start taking that cherry stuff. So, but it's I have so much arthritis running through my whole body that practically almost every joint has arthritis in it. Some bothers me and some doesn't. So, but anyways, if you take for your aches and pains and stuff, some people like to ice, some people like to put heat on it. Well, I've come up with the best solution out of all of it. Hot ice. That's right. Hot ice. You take ice and you put it in a pan and you heat it up until it's hot. And then you put that over your aches and pains. Now you got hot ice. Mr. Dutchy Dutch, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Now I'll let you guys have that little recipe right there, but you can't have the ice one. That's why they're not rolling, right? That's right. I couldn't roll one if I wanted to. Yeah. turmeric, man, that's a spicy thing, isn't it? I don't know if I could do turmeric. Or do they have a turmeric pill? Now, you guys think this might be weird or whatever, but I do dishes and I put the, make the water as hot as I can stand it. And I'll actually, I got my hands in the hot dishwater in it. That actually makes my wrist feel better. And then once the wrist cools down, then it starts to hurt again. So I know heat helps. Ice probably does help too. And that's where I got the hot ice from. And, but, when I am doing dishes, I can actually move my wrists and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's an anti-inflammatory. Right. Well, I have a very sensitive uh, stomach. It's not turmeric. Yeah. Yep. That's the thing. Um, I had a lot of things that bother me when I eat because of that operation I had. Never bothered me with white bread and stuff like that, and that bothers me now. Certain other foods bother me. Salmon. I used to love salmon, but there's so much oil in salmon and stuff that bothers me. A lot of greasy foods will tear me apart. If I've ate something the night before and it doesn't agree with me, I spend most of the day in the bathroom because it just tears the living hell out of me. So, and it's not because I'm full of it, because I get rid of it all. So, cayenne pepper burns the arthritis away. Sure, it does. Have you guys seen that commercial where um, they take, I don't know what it is. It's cold something, and it kills your fat cells and stuff. And they tried body sculpting with cold press or whatever. I wonder if that would work with your arthritis. So, Shot Girl, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. That's right. You're right, Kevin. Get him over there to marvel at it. Wow. Well, thank you, Shot Girl. You're welcome. She always looks lovely. Yes, she does. That's I've heard about moringa too. I would like to start growing moringa actually. You don't think a doctor can lie to you? Oh, yes, they can. You think a doctor has your best interest at heart? No, because if a doctor gets you feeling better, that means you don't get to see the doctor no more because you don't have to. So, and there are some doctors here that aren't fit to work on goldfish. I was at one. I had one for a couple of years. I'd go sit in his lobby for 2 hours or an hour, then go sit in his waiting room for 2 hours just to see him for 5 minutes. Well, everything looks good. How are you feeling today? Sore, can't walk, hips hurting, knees hurting. Well, you are getting old. Huh. See you in 3 months. No, you won't. It may not be true. You might die in 2 weeks. You might die in 3 days. Doctor was asked one time, he said, what would you do if a patient died on the way out, walking out your office door? Doctor said, that's easy. I'd turn him around and make it look like he was walking in. Yeah, next thing you know, the FBI agents are all trustworthy. Yeah, most doctors have their wallet in their heart. That's it. I mean, not all doctors. There are some good doctors. Trust me, there are more good doctors than there are bad doctors. But when you have junk insurance, the junk doctors are what you get. So that's right. He's keeping you paid, keeping you alive until you paid the bill. So, not every doctor knows everything. Diagnosis is the secret to immortality. You're right. You're absolutely right there, Kevin. Keep them alive until the bill's paid off. Hey, it's okay there, Ian. No, it's okay. I'm glad you made it. So nice to have you here, Ian. You on break? Glad to see you here. Had a good birthday. That was Sunday. Shared it with my brother, my twin brother. So had fun. We did the live stream in the morning. Then we did a live stream with Mother Nature, and that was awesome. She did a birthday party for us, and then I did my Sunday night snack chat. So yeah, no, 21 people watching, 9 likes. Nobody likes me no more. So that's right. The most feared words ever. We're from the government. We're here to help. Oh no. Good morning, Kevin. Yeah, if the government says we're here from the government and we're here to help, you might as well bend over and grab your ankles because this one's going to hurt. Julie, nice to have you here. Good to see you here. That's right. You were the first like this morning there, Kevin. So I guess I'm doing okay. I'm still alive. So. Um, Dear old Uncle arthritis has kept me up for 2 days in a row. So, hey, that's okay there, Dutchy Dutch. Nice to have you here. Yeah, for an extra 30,000, we'll provide the bathing. You're right. Oh, it's okay, shot girl. It's something I'm gonna have to live with, I guess, for the rest of my life. So, if anybody tells you the golden years are worth it, they're not. You look alive, but you smell like you're dead. Oh, thank you. Well, that's okay there, Yankee. And it came to life. That's funny, Al. Oh. All right, there, Gene. You have a great one, man. um, well, he's there. Kevin Miller won, so. You know, so I got this hat on. Don't have my grab a dog hat on, so. It was dark in the bedroom this morning. I couldn't find it, so I just reached and grabbed a hat. So. So, is anybody doing anything interesting today? It's Kevin one and Keith two. That's right. 8:35 p.m. Okay. Yard work and oil change. There you go. You don't have to work today, Kevin. So, Ron might cut the grass. Okay. Culligan man, fix my reverse osmosis. I got to go to the store. Husband went fishing. Well, that's pretty cool. Does he bring them back or does he release them? Overthrowing the deep state. There you go. That's funny. Yeah, I plan on overthrowing the government today. So I got to go shopping. I've got to go get hot dogs and sausages, buns, chili, pop, water, all the condiments. Yeah, God forbid you have a normal life. You're right. So you get Wednesday and Sunday off? Isn't that nice? I do tomorrow. I'm going to the parts store tomorrow. Then Friday and Saturday they have State Route 20 uh, uh, yard sale. So they're having that. I think it's actually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm going to be out there Friday and Saturday um, in Morenci, and I'm going to be selling hot dogs. So don't know how good it'll do. So we'll try it. Today at 7 o'clock, I got to go to the health department, 7 o'clock tonight. I have to go to the health department and take my food handler's card or test. So I got to sit there for an hour for the lecture, take notes, and then take a test. And then, so I can get my food handler's card validated. So. It is. There's days, you make some money at it. There's days that, you don't do well, and there's days you do okay. So. You think you might know Alpha 270 there, JD? That's Grizz's little brother, I think. No, it's a figment of your imagination. There you go. I'm actually thinking about I don't even know me. No. Yeah, takes right down to his chest. Most people, yeah, that's right. What the hell did you choose? I couldn't read it there, Kevin. You got rid of it first. Yep, hugs. So I'm going to be selling them at um, Advanced Auto tomorrow. And dog, isn't that your canned bacon? I just hit 500 subs. What are you talking about? Where's it at, Kevin? What's the name on the account? Hmm. Yeah, I seen that, and I tell you what, there shouldn't have been no outrage about that guy getting ticketed because he didn't have his health card, he didn't have his license, he didn't have his insurance, he didn't have nothing. He was out there selling hot dogs with no license, no gloves, no sanitary, no nothing. Anybody else does that, they take all their stuff too. But this poor guy, and I use the word lightly, uh, they took all his stuff away, and then next thing you know, somebody starts to GoFundMe for the little prick, and excuse my language, but he makes $60,000 on a GoFundMe because they feel sorry for his ass. I didn't feel sorry for him. Too bad he didn't spend a year in jail. Because well, it's not a year in jail, but it's 90-day jail fine here in Michigan for it. So if they wanted, he should have spent 90 days in jail for it. Because you don't know what he was doing. You don't know where that stuff come from. If he picked it out of a dumpster or whatever, he didn't have any sinks. So how was he washing his hands? How was he selling you a hot dog after taking money? He didn't have any gloves. So everything he was doing was dirty. Oh, I wore that hat on. Okay. No, I don't remember, but yeah. No. Right. Yeah, he was selling E. coli. And they took his money because it was illegal. All the money he got from selling hot dogs, they took it, which was actually evidence. And, everybody, a poor little bastard, excuse my language, but I'd had no sympathy for him. They should have fined him. He made 60 grand. They should have fined him $100,000. You know, and I bet he's not even an American citizen because the guy couldn't even talk a lick of English. No. Yeah, I know. Well, if they give out more permits, they would have more money there, Ron. So, Annie, God, that's a woman after my own heart. Send them fence jumpers across. That's right. You got 3,439 channel followers. I am a channel follower. Oh, um, I agree. I have no sympathy for him. I don't. Right. I have no. Yeah, that. You're right, Daniel. I have no sympathy for him. Uh, if you come in to this country illegally and I don't believe the guy's here legally, and they're not going to kick him out because he's in a sanctuary city. Yeah, DACA, you're right. I believe DACA needs to be disbanded too. You know, um, but if you come into this country illegally and you start doing stuff like that, I believe you had to be thrown out of the country after they take everything you have. You know, they took everything they had. I believe they give him back his cart, but his cart ain't even legal. It's not even licensed. It's not insured. It doesn't have any sinks on it. There's no running water. There's no sanitary. There was no gloves. I don't even think the guy had tongs. You know. Oh. So jump through all the hoops, $60,000 worth, and then some $1,500 guy takes my business. Yeah, right. So what do you do, Ron? I'm sorry that I don't know. Are you in the food business too? Let me see. Doesn't have anything. Um, Excuse me for not knowing, but I agree. Oh, you snowplow. Okay, yeah. All right. And where do you live at, Ron? I don't know. I don't even think he had tongs. And he was at a college football stadium outside the fence selling hot dogs. So you're right. Cleveland. Okay. All right. Well, you're not that far. I live in Adrian, Michigan, just north of Toledo. So yeah, never ask a liberal how to put hot dogs in a bun. They'll tell you. Yeah, it's a little slow right now, isn't it, Ron? Yeah, yeah. The government's the answer when it suits them. You're right there. So he can give you time to finish your book this year. Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's what you. There's a guy north of town selling hot dogs. Never even heard of this guy here. I'm pretty sure the guy's not even got a licensed cart, but he's on private property, so they can't do nothing to him. Okay. Carla, I'll try to remember that. I'm not very good with remembering names, but I will try to remember that. Yeah, you're right. Everybody think, oh, look at everything. Well, go look at Germany, see what kind of problems they're having, see what kind of problems they're having in Switzerland and Belgium and all these other places that let all these refugees. Isn't that something how they couldn't bring their wife and their kids with them, but they can bring their cigarettes and cell phones with them? Because all you see is just guys from the age of 18 to 35. Are they really refugees or are they actually foot soldiers? You let me know. I think they're actually foot soldiers, really. And they're just working their way through the system to, get everything they can get and then cause havoc. Yeah, Denmark don't even look the same anymore. You're right. Well, not really. No. Um, would you rather have me serve you a hot dog with clean hands, sanitized hands, sink, wearing gloves and a thong, tongs, excuse me, not thongs, tongs, okay, and opening you up a bun with wearing gloves, or would you much rather me wipe my nose with my hand, reach in a package, grab a pack of buns that are 5 days over date, you got mold on them, knock the mold off, split it open, throw you a hot dog in there with my bare fingers, and let you eat mustard and ketchup that I pulled out of a dumpster? Because that's why you need a license, because these people get checked. I do. I get it inspected twice a year that I have to pay for. But at any time, I have to send a letter to them every time I go out to tell them where I'm at. And at any time, they can stop and check me at any time they want. They can stop and check. And when they stop and check, I have to have temperature records. I have to have all my products up to code or up to temperature. My chili got to be 165. Hot dogs got to be 160 or 145. Sausages got to be 145. Sauerkraut's got to be 145. You know, cheese has got to be at 42 or lower. So all that has to be temped, and it all has to be documented. And I can guarantee you, this guy that they're talking about didn't document not a single thing. And the thong thing just ruins your thing for a hot dog. That's funny, Kevin. No thong, thank you. Yeah, the thong got me laugh out loud. And you know, and did you know the guy didn't have any coolers to keep his hot dogs in? You know, I got a cooler in my hot dog cart that will keep 150 pounds of hot dogs in it. Okay. I can store 150 pounds of hot dogs in it without ice. If they're frozen, they'll be frozen for 2 days, as long as I keep the lid shut. But I always keep ice in there. I only keep 10 pounds of hot dogs and 10 pounds of sausages. And I have to keep that at a minimum of 42 degrees. So, all right there, Michigan man. I appreciate you being here, man. Much love back to you there, Ron. Or Rob. Excuse me, Rob. Yeah. I'm trying to get her to serve like that. The hell, she don't even want to go to them no more. So, yeah, have it on my mind. Yes, I did. I did, Yankee. So, yeah. Yeah, digress the clone meat. Yeah, tongs. Tongs. Yeah. Tongs. Tongs. So, and, um, you have to wash your dishes, or, you have to switch out your utensils every 4 hours. Even if the guy had utensils, I didn't see any extra ones laying there. Did you? No. I didn't see any to begin with, but if he did, where was the extra ones at? I have 16 sets of tongs. Okay. So it depends on how long I'm there. But I have one for sausage, I have one for hot dogs, and I have one for sauerkraut. And those are the big tongs. And then I got 16 more tongs just like that for that, just for that themselves, for the pork and for the sausage and the hot dogs and the sauerkraut. Then I have tongs for the mild banana peppers, for the cheese, or the onions. And then I have spoons for the diced jalapeno and the relish. So, well, the reason why to stop him is because I have to pay for all that stuff, and he didn't. Everybody else has to pay for all that stuff, and he didn't, there, Grizz. So why is it fair for him to operate when nobody else can? But if there is, if it does hurt somebody, how bad is it going to hurt somebody? Grizz. You know, sometimes botulism can kill. Is it worth being killed over because a guy doesn't want to wash his hands, have clean utensils? No. Marie, welcome back. Yeah, he was on a campus and he didn't have permits. So, Lee Shannon, good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Have you did something different with your hair? Oh. Did you see that woman bent over wearing her tongue? No, I did not see that woman bent over wearing her tongue. Yeah. I like that hashtag not our problem there, Annie. I do. I understand that, but there's a reason why. If I'm selling you a $5 hot dog, okay, and I've went and jumped through all the hoops, and I have quality ingredients, everything's refrigerated. I spent the money. You know, I'm not picking through dumpsters and getting your, ketchup, mustard, and whatever else. And I'm not buying, your buns from the day old place where these things are expired or whatever. And so I'm giving you a quality hot dog at a fair price or whatever. And some guy standing next to me hasn't did any of his, safety stuff. Doesn't have a sink, doesn't have sanitizer, doesn't have, clean utensils, doesn't have gloves and all that stuff. And he's selling you hot dogs for $2. Okay. A lot of people are going to go to that hot dog guy for $2 and get a hot dog, which is actually taking money out of my pocket because I can't sell them a hot dog because they just bought one for $2. That's where it hurts the guy that does it legally. If the guy wanted to sell hot dogs and do it legally, and then that way, there's no gripe about it. So, jump through all the hoops, get all the licenses, get all the insurances, get all the equipment. That's all it takes. Yeah. Well, the barbecue Becky's and yeah. Right. I completely understand that, Grizz. But how long can a person hang on if you're selling hot dogs for $5? I sell them for $2.50. Okay, so say this guy comes in and sells them for $2. You're gonna go over and say, "Hey, this guy's got hot dogs for $2." Okay, but I serve a quality hot dog, all beef. You know, it's the best you can get or you can get for that kind of money. All right. He's selling a pork, chicken, and beef hot dog for $2, which, and mine's a 8-to-1, and his is a 10-to-1, which is a smaller hot dog. So he's selling a cheaper hot dog and a smaller hot dog for just a little bit less than me. But yet he has nothing invested in it other than what he's put into it to go get the product. So, and then when you get sick because you ate something this guy couldn't cook or didn't cook right or whatever, what's your recourse? Nothing. You can go ahead and sue him if you want. The guy's not a legal citizen. You know, he won't show up to court anyways. He doesn't have anything to sue him for. I have insurance. I have all that stuff. So, About the larger hot dog, yeah. Quite basically, if the guy actually Grizz was selling hot dogs next to me and he didn't have his state certificate, inspection sticker, and all that stuff, I would call the police. I would call the health department, and I would have him ticketed, arrested, or whatever they're going to do, confiscate everything he had. I honestly would do that because you're not going to screw me over when I have to pay for everything and you don't. That license isn't cheap. The license is, mine is $150 and the inspection is $540. And then you got to have an inspection done, which is $90 twice a year. So it costs $1,000 every year just to get up and started. If the guy can't afford $1,000 every year, then he shouldn't be in business. I really can't afford $1,000 every year, but I pay it so we can stay in business. Well, I agree. Just because they have a license doesn't mean they're good. But when they do have a license, they at least have to follow the guidelines. If they don't, they'll lose their license. So, so that's just the thing. Um, there's plenty of other vendors that believe the same thing. You can go to Ben's Hot Dogs, you can go to Hot Dog Slingers, and all this other stuff, and that we've all had this discussion, and they all believe the same thing I do. If you don't want to pay for your license and stuff like that, then if whatever happens to you, and it should be so. Especially when you're messing with food. So, what do you want to talk about, Kevin? You're right there, Ann. I have, I'm going to get thumbs down for this and everything else, but I have no sympathy for them little buggers that come across the border. And I'm not talking about just from the south, from the north, from the east, and from the west. They come from every country in the world. I have no sympathy for them if they get separated from their kids. Just like I have no sympathy for somebody that breaks the law and gets arrested and gets separated from their kids. I have no sympathy for them. And I have no sympathy for the ones that come here illegally and have kids. You want to stay? Too bad. I think you and your kid had to leave, because if you're here illegal and you had your kid here and your kid was born here while you were here being illegal, then your kid is illegal too. That's as far as I'm concerned. I have no sympathy for them rugrats or the ball and chain or the guy that comes here illegal. I have no sympathy whatsoever for them. So, okay, we can talk about your hemorrhoids. Want me to push them in for you, Grizz? Oh, wait a minute. Here, let me push them in for you, Grizz. Where is it? Yeah. Let me go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Brad, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. You're right. I have no sympathy for, anchor babies aren't anchor babies. if they're in this country, if you come walking into this country 90 and a half months pregnant and you drop a kid as soon as you get across the border, that kid's not here legal. I don't care what you guys say or what anybody says. If you brought that kid in here pregnant and you dropped him here and you're illegal, that kid is illegal. That's just like you going and robbing somebody, and then you go into jail and you write a book about it. You think you're going to get to keep the proceeds from that book? No, you don't get to keep the proceeds from that book. You're not allowed to benefit from your illegal activities. So, and that should be the same way with dropping a kid across the border. In any other country, if I went to another country and dropped a kid there illegally, or my wife did, that kid wouldn't be a citizen of Mexico, wouldn't be a citizen of Canada, especially if I'm there illegally. No, they don't have that. They send your ass back along with your kid. And try that stuff in Korea, see what happens to you. Bang, bang, freeze. So. Grizz, maybe Moose Knuckle can get a hold of that, the guy that worked on his no-no spot and get them hemorrhoids pushed back in for you. They're right. It did then got stretch marks. That's funny, Chris. Yeah. Yeah. Russia, China, Korea. There's a few other countries that'll shoot you for being there illegally. The other countries put you in jail for 12 to 20 years. So I do too. He was coming in a couple of weeks ago every day, while he was out, I don't know, he was off on surgery or something like that. So yeah, we didn't win the lottery every time we had a kid. We had to pay for it, and that's exactly the same thing that happens now. They come across the border, they have a kid. Nobody pays that bill. Oh, excuse me, the taxpayers do. But, they don't pay the bill. Oh, and you ain't got a place to live? Well, how about if we set you up in a nice little apartment? Oh, don't worry about it. We'll pay the rent. We'll pay the utilities while you get on your feet. So the dad works for cash for years. We're not on our feet yet. Yeah. The Vatican. The Vatican is another thing. The Pope. Oh, you shouldn't have a wall. You don't need a wall. You should have an open country. Well, the Vatican is a country. They have a wall. The wall's 30, 40, 50 feet tall. I don't know how. I think it's 30 feet tall. But it's all the way around their country. Totally. All four walls. Well, if we shouldn't have a wall, why don't they tear down the Vatican and let people waltz in there like it ain't nobody's business? Vatican has 11,500 and some rooms in the building, but there's only 800 people lives there at the Vatican. They have plenty enough room for more people. Why don't they take any more in? Because it's monkey see, monkey do. No, it's monkey you do and don't do is what we say. That's the way it is with Vatican. So. And I lost all respect for that, not all of them, but for anybody that would harbor a pedophile and hide them, get them away, or protect them. I've lost all respect for them. Just because of your good name, you want to harbor them, protect them, get them away from the law, and keep them from tarnishing your name. I have no respect for that. What they should have done is put them out front and center. Oh yeah, you guys got caught doing this? Well, good. We're going to hand you over because you're not going to tarnish our name. That's what they should have did. And that would have made more sense than to harbor them Move them out of the area, send them someplace else so they could do it again to somebody else. If they'd have just made them pay the fiddler, I'd still, respect it. But there is no respect for them. So. The Vatican is 100 and I think the Vatican's 160 acres. Let me see. One hundred and 8 acres. It's 108 acres, which is 0.44 of a square mile. Okay? It's 1/6 of a square mile. 1/6 of a square mile, but it's walled. And it's 108 acres is a pretty big area. So. Good morning, Junkyard. Nice to have you here. So. That's how I feel. If it upsets people, I'm sorry, but if you do if you're going to do something or say something and you want people to follow that, then lead by example. So if they want, everybody not to have walls, then the Vatican should tear down their walls first, and they won't. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but the Vatican has an armory. Why would a Catholic religion need an armory? They have more guns than some countries do, but they only have 800 people there. Why do they need so many guns? Why would they need guns at all? It's the Vatican. It's a religious place. They have their own post office. They have their own subway. They have more money than most countries do. Why? Because every Catholic church in the world sends them part of their money every week or every month or whatever it is. They get sent money. It's a cash cow. That's all it is. It's a cash cow. Let me go get a cup of coffee, run to the little boys' room, and I'll be right back. So. You're right, Junkyard. It's a racket. Mm. Okay, I'm back. Now I got to catch up on everybody, how they wrote about me. Well, I'm sorry. See you later, Kevin, if you're still here. So. Yeah.
What time?
Yeah, it'll be there at 11.
Okay, because Ginger's got orientation. I just gotta take him over there at 9:30. He's gotta be there.
Okay.
So I'll have to do that before you book up.
Okay. You're right, Darian. I'm trying to catch up on all the. Man, you guys were busy. There we go. No, I had to go. I had to fill the sugar container up. And then I had to go to the little boy's room. And then I had to pour my coffee, put my cream in it, and then put some sugar in it. And then I had to make a pot. And then Mama come in before I made a pot, and I give her the rest so I can make a pot. So. Well, you either spend $40 for a salt gun or $1.50 for a fly swatter and hope you can kill them with a fly swatter. Well, I don't believe if the parents here illegal and they have a kid here, I don't believe that kid's here legal. Because you brought that kid in here illegally. And I'm not just the only one. There's a lot of law professors that believe the same thing that I believe in. And sooner or later, it will be challenged in the Supreme Court. Hopefully, when we get enough right-thinking Supreme Court justices in there, and it'll be challenged, and it'll be, true, and then they'll start throwing them all out. Yeah. Well, it is good for you until Monsanto sprays the plants, the coffee plants. So, then it's not so good for you. Did you see in California and some other states that Monsanto is now getting sued for cancer-causing agent with a glyphosate? They say it's not. They've got plenty of studies that says it's not a cancer-causing agent. But you know who was the author of all them studies? Monsanto. There's no independent studies that says there isn't. There was all studies from them. The FDA let them do their own studies and believed every word that they said. And for the longest time, you couldn't sue Monsanto because the government said you couldn't sue them. Just like drug testing. If you get a false drug test, you can't sue them either, which I think is bullcrap. If you can't do your job, then you shouldn't be doing that job to begin with. And if it's not 100% accurate, then why are you using it? So. Have you seen the new movie coming out? It comes out in August. Mega. It's about a megalodon out in the ocean. That will be cool. You're right. That's already, Fukushima is already killing all the, the fish in the ocean, or making them radioactive. And you can't sue the government either because they're not a perfect place, and they made that law for themselves, so you can't sue them. You're right. There shouldn't be any dual citizenship. Did you guys see the new documentary TV show that's coming on? Remember years ago, back in the 70s and 80s, when Leonard Nimoy was a host of In Search Of? Well, now it's coming back on the air again. I don't know who the host is, but it starts Friday. So I always loved watching In Search Of, because it dealt with everything, the city of Atlantis, aliens, In Search Of, all sorts of stuff. Bigfoot, Loch Ness, whatever. Ghost. And this would probably even be better than the original one because now you have more technology. So we should have the Queen Elizabeth Knights and all the liberals. Yeah. The Mandalay Bay Resort is suing all the people that got killed and hurt in the shooting. Why are they suing them? Because it's killing their business. I did too. I like that in the In Search Of with the Noah's Ark. I thought that was really compelling. All right there, Marie. You have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you too, Marie. They carried him down 4 floors. Well, they said, well, how did he carry that many weapons in? Well, it's not that hard. You get yourself a luggage carrier and you go out and you come back in. You go out and you come back in. So he had one of, a big room up there. So and the guy was a millionaire. So if the guy was a millionaire and he's got one of the biggest rooms there and, he brings in a bunch of luggage, you're not going to second guess that. Picker Rick just went live. The only impossible journey is the one I can't read the rest of it because it's not there. No. Mr. Gixer, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. How's your vacation coming? Oh, no vacation. How is the outdoor cooking with the 10 individuals going? Are you still doing that? Yeah. Yeah, they're alleged pocket neighbors. That. Okay. Mr. Jixer said he couldn't tell me what he was doing, or there would be severe consequences. So I don't want no severe consequences. Last time I had severe consequences, I ended up married, wife and kids. That's lottie dottie every damn body. You're right. Now tomorrow, I'll be on, but I'm only going to be on to like 8:30. Then Friday, I don't know. I have to be there at 10 o'clock, and it's only a 30-minute drive by I'm going to probably take me an hour to get there because I'm pulling my hot dog cart there, and I'm going to take the long way because I don't want to get out on the freeway, on the highway with it too much. I'll end up taking the country roads all the way down there. So, I just don't want to, I want to take my time. I don't want to hurry it up because the trailer is street legal and everything. But it's so small you can't see it. And, it could flip and you not know it. And I don't want to do that. I have an event in August to do, and it's from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till midnight. And I think when I'm done, I'm just going to hook up to the cart, pull it across the street to a parking lot, and I think I'm just going to spend the night there till daylight and then bring it home. So, and I have lights and everything on it. You just can't see it. That's the thing. So, try to keep an eye on for non-permit hustlers. I need a Wienermobile. Yeah, I got one. Right there. See it? All right, and you have a great one. Hey, it was therapeutic. That's right. Come back and see us again there. Oh, I'm on every morning, or practically every morning. I wasn't on yesterday because um, of my arthritis. Sometimes it just kills me so bad that I don't get no sleep. And then when I finally fall asleep, I oversleep. I overslept yesterday. I fell asleep around 5 o'clock in the morning, slept till like 7:45. So, you know, and I try to get out here at 6:30. You know, so I'm not cutting into everybody else's time. You have a good day too, there, Ann. Yeah, non-permit hustlers. That's right. So, what's anybody else want to talk about? All right, Kevin, you have a good day too. I love you too. We'll see you later. Be careful. Yeah, go to www.googlehangouts.com and then when you what I do, that's how to get on your Google Hangouts. But when I go live, um, is what do you want to do? Be able to live stream, Ron? Is that what you're looking for to do? I'll wait for you to answer. That's the water running. Okay, this is how you do it. I'll show it to you. Just let me get it set up real quick. Okay, Ron, this is how you do it. All right. You want to go over here, hit your icon, go to my channel, customize channel. Once you customize channel, come over here to Video Manager. Click on Video Manager. Come down here to live streaming. See right here, it says Creator Studio. Come down here to live streaming. You want to come here to events, or you can do stream now or whatever, but you want to come to events. This is how you do it. Well, that's how I do it. I come to events. I type in what day of the week it is or whatever. When you open this up, a big thing will open up and you type in, your title, and then it'll ask you what time. And so I set it for 6:30 this morning, 6:30 a.m. You'll click on that. And then I went in and I did advanced settings, which you can't see here, but I did advanced settings. Let me try this. All right, a new live. But anyways, I'd come right here and type in, okay? Then I'd come in here and set the time. And then I'd go back up to here, advanced settings, or you come down here and then you put in a description of whatever you want to put in here. Go into the advanced settings, enable your slow mode. When you do the slow mode, see it says 60 seconds, clear it out. I usually go 5 seconds. And then you go back to your basic info, make sure everything's okay. And then you would click where it says go live now. It'll say create event, okay? And then you click that create event. And once you click that create event, it'll go back into the home page and it'll show, whatever your channel name or whatever. And you go into that and it'll have your chat room. You pop out your chat. So it's really easy. Doing It Cheap's got a good video on it. So if you watch that, it'll be, that's probably the best thing right there. If you watch the Doing It Cheap. So. Good morning, Linda. Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. Right. Yeah, I had to download it too. Angel, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. That's if you're doing it on the cell phone, I have no idea because I've never done it on the cell phone. I'm doing it on a laptop, and that's the best way I know how. And if you want to invite somebody, I have no idea how to do that anymore because nobody was using private messages. I don't understand why they said nobody. Everybody was using private messages, but nobody was using private messages. So that's how out of touch of reality that YouTube is in. So when you go to invite somebody, you can go into Google Hangouts and friend them or whatever like you do in Facebook. But I still yet to figure out how to do that because it's not as clear as a bell on how to do it. So I'm going to have to watch a real video on somebody that takes their time and does it. Nero Trigger, good morning. You're on your video checking your unsub list again? Well, that's good. I haven't unsubbed you yet, so don't worry about me unsubbing you. I have never unsubbed anybody. And there's a few people I detest on YouTube, but I haven't unsubbed them. So, but anyways, I need to watch a real video, not just, somebody showing me how to do it real quick on a live stream. That doesn't work. You got to take your time and go step by step, and I was showed that the other night, but their screens don't look like my screen. So if their screen doesn't look like my screen, it doesn't make a difference. Four of them are in this room right now. Well, I have no idea there, Nero. You got 1.8 thousand? Oh, I have no idea. Uh, I don't unsub anybody. Hell, kitten, you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Oh. Yeah, there's a couple of them on mine that I absolutely detest. Um, if I had my choice, I've never unsubbed them, but I wish YouTube would take their channel off because they are that crooked, that deceitful, and that big of a liar that they should be taken. Their channel should be taken off. So, and I won't mention their names here, but I've been on a few live streams and I've confronted them on a few other live streams, and especially when I go into a live stream and see that somebody's got them as a moderator, then I tell that person, say, hey, evidently this person's got you buffaloed because they are lying to you who they are. They're not who they say they are. Called out. There you go. That'll be pretty cool. And there could be other reasons why people have unsubbed other people. Probably, um, maybe it's not, what they were looking for in your channel, and they unsubbed you. But if they were going to do that, at least they should have left you a comment on one of your videos saying, hey, man, the content you make here is you're going to do 10 a day. Okay. But anyways, if somebody unsubs you, and what they ought to do is leave you a message on one of your, a comment on one of your videos saying, I'm going to unsub you, not because I think anything bad about you. It's just that your content's not what I'm looking for. But don't feel offended or something like that, and then that'll give you, that'll give you the choice if you want to unsub them or not. Because if they're a worthless sub, if they're not going to come see you, I try to visit everybody, not every week, but I try to see everybody, at least see something from somebody, and it's hard. And there's some that I haven't been to in months, but I try to make through, to them, and can't see them all. God, Lord knows you can't see them all. There's some I see quite regularly, and there's some every once in a while, and there's some I'm trying to catch. But, if you're, a sub that's not doing them any good, you're not doing them any good. That's good. You are unsubbing? Yeah, if you're playing a sub game, it's, sub for sub. I don't play that game, and I don't allow it here. A lot of people do, but we don't. Yeah, like I say here, if, go up and check out their channel. If it's something you're interested in, show them some channel love if you want. If you don't, you don't. You do, you do. If they do it back to you, that's fine. But there is no, channel love for channel love, here. Mark Dawson, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Sub sandwiches. Now I'm hungry. So, yeah. I seen on my Facebook, somebody posted a picture. It's a woman sitting inside a shopping cart. And the guy in the caption says, I just got me a new sandwich maker. I thought that was funny. How'd they take all your mod wrenches away? I don't understand that. Uh-oh, I got 6 dislikes. No. Well, let's go back to Uncle Iron Dog's channel. And we'll see how many dislikes we got from other channels. Let's see. On Monday, I got 8 dislikes. Let's see where they come from. Oh my God, they came from the United Kingdom. All 8 of them. Damn. Can't remember what I said about the United Kingdom one day, but maybe I have to go back in and see if somebody got a little butt hurt. I ain't for sure how, but. No. I solved his problems. I told him we were going to use a 2-fister to push some hemorrhoids back in. He said something about stretch marks. So, I don't know. I'll be into my elbows into it. Pushing them back in there. Right? Oh, I understand that. But carry on, Jeff and John. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Glad to see you. Carry on, Jeff and John has a live stream this Sunday. It'll be 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here, 9 p.m. their time. So if you guys aren't busy Sunday, watch the Carry On with Jeff and John. It's a cooking live stream. And I'm telling you, make sure you eat before you watch it because you're going to be hungry just watching it. I've already tried to figure out where they live and they won't give me their address because I thought about moving next door. Dinner every day at Carry On Jeff and John's. I have no problem with that. Sitting bellying right up to the table and having some gourmet dinner. You're right there, Mark. They always hate whatever you have to say. So. You're welcome there, Carry On. The Money Club, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. So, check your channel. $423 channel followers. I already am a channel follower. So, I don't know anything about Bitcoins, crypto money, or anything like that, but you guys are into that stuff, go ahead and show the Money Club some channel love if you want. So, and bring the family. There you go. Yeah. That's good there, Linda. I'm glad you got your kitchen back working again. So. You're right. I have never did a fan meetup yet there, Mark, but one of these days probably will. Where are you from? You know what? There is one right here, video that you have, and there's Primitive Technology. That guy is awesome, man. I watch him all the time. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, Primitive Technology. This guy doesn't say any words, or I have never heard him say anything on the videos, but he shows you if you were living out in the jungle or living out in Mother Nature land, how to survive. This guy builds a shed or a hut, puts clay tiles on it, and he builds his own kiln and everything for this, man. The guy is absolutely awesome. So I will actually, I'm going to put that in here. That's a Primitive Technology channel. So if you guys are interested in going and checking that out, I mean, the guy is actually pretty awesome, and I appreciate all the hard work the guy does into that. So it is a good channel. Well, where do you live at there, Mark? I live in Michigan. I'm assuming no, that was from that was actually from Monday's show there, Al. It takes 2 days for the likes and dislikes to before the analytics. Oh, you're from Dubai, okay. All American Grandpa. Good morning. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. Cartoon that. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Yeah, the guy has got a lot of subs on that channel, but you got to watch it. I mean, this guy is absolutely amazing. And there's a couple other ones that are Primitive Technology, and not just his, but there's some other ones that show other guys doing stuff like that, and it's pretty neat. It just gives you an idea of what you could do if you had to, Yeah, the place for the useless tallest building, yeah. Naked and unafraid. That's right. But it is pretty cool channel. I like to watch it. I haven't watched it in a few months, but I'll go back, and when I do go and watch it, I'll watch 5 or 6 videos of it, and because you can learn a lot from this guy. Yes. It's like Sherman. Don't squeeze the Sherman. No. Well, I was going to get off here at 9 o'clock, but it's after 9. I got 18 people here, so I'll either go till 9:15 or until 9:30. Yeah, I started watching him years ago. I've been on since 2012. I think he was one of the very first ones I started watching, because that's what I was into. I was looking into how to survive, Golan Estenor, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. I've heard of the King of Random. I've watched a few of his videos, actually. I haven't. He does some on technologies and stuff. Oh, maybe I have to go in and watch some more of his stuff. I have actually watched some of his videos. Like Colin Pierce or whatever. That guy's a good. He's got a good channel. He got sponsors to sponsor putting in a bomb shelter in his house, in his yard. That's pretty cool. They paid for everything and he put it in. Now, how cool is that? Rocket powered bicycle and all this other stuff. This guy he's pretty smart, man. Made a hover around, or a hovering vehicle, so not a fan, motors or whatever. So having hash browns and gravy for breakfast, that sounds pretty cool. Huh. Okay. Well, isn't that special? Need to get rid of Grizzly Scary. Yeah. You're right there, Mark. There are other ones doing bigger stuff than him, but this guy is a pioneer for it. He started this stuff. There's another guy, a channel that's got two guys doing this stuff, but he's all by himself. So, and he started pioneering this stuff, so I'm sure they learned from him, and then they're starting, to go through it. So. That would be pretty cool, but I don't know. You got to kind of have that stuff there in the neighborhood, and I don't know if he's got it there or not. So, well, thank you, Carry On, Jeff and John. That's right there, Ron. Share the talents. So. Wow. I got 11 thumbs down now. Huh. Isn't that special? They're all views, but that's an invitation. That's right. You're being good. You swear. Okay. I don't understand what I've said so upsetting, other than I don't believe illegal aliens belong in our country. I have no problem with legal immigrants. You can come to this country as long as you got all the paperwork in the world saying you're legal to be here. I don't care. You can be here as much as you want. You can do whatever you want here, as long as it's legal and you're here legally. But when you come here illegally, sneak across the border, I have no sympathy for you. As far as I'm concerned, shackle you to a big rock, give you a sledgehammer, make you make big rocks into small rocks, feed your bed and water for 20 years, and then make you go home. They should stay on Mars. That's right. Yeah, believe in illegal aliens. So I've gotten 11. So um, I'm going home. You're more like a little weenie than a big. God. Yeah. Ground control to Major Tom. Well, thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. I really ain't doing any better. I just um, basically didn't sleep all night anyway, so I was up. So. Well, thank you, All American Grandpa. I appreciate it. Oh, God. Where do I see myself taking this channel? Well, as soon as I can get healthy enough, I want to go outside and do more videos, do some, do-it-yourself videos. I just actually would like to make it a day in the life of Iron Dog. Whatever I do that day, I want to do a video on it or do a live stream on it. So I realize I'm not that fascinating, but some people like it, some people don't. So I do have comments. I do have my own opinion, and some people like it, and some people don't. So that's about where I plan on taking this. It won't happen this summer, but maybe by next summer if I'm healthy enough. I want to build a sawmill. I have enough stuff to build the sawmill. Other than the rollers and stuff like that, I have all the steel. I have the sawmill heads and stuff that I got. I've got that all. I've got the engine. I've got the metal for the framework. All I got to do is, put it together, tack it, then, take it to a welding shop and actually have it welded really good. And then, but I like to do that. I like canning. I like dehydrating. I have dehydrators. I have canning, or canners, pressure canners and water bath canners. So. It wouldn't be a survival channel, but it'd just be, a day in the life of Iron Dog. So. You're right.
Not making your life miserable.
No, I ain't making the wife miserable. Huh? I'd never make my wife miserable. I love her so much.
Get out of here.
Come give me kisses, honey.
Are you? You want me to use that F-bomb?
No, I don't want you to use the
I
F-bomb.
want you to quit lying.
Yeah.
You're ill, etc. Inconsiderate, selfish.
Yeah, right.
What? Where do you want me to begin?
How much you love me.
I don't. Such a fake. Love to make me miserable.
Damn me. That's funny, Steve. No, I'm not fibbing. I love her to death. I do.
Oh, get out of here.
I do
You're
too.
gonna make me ill already this morning.
Hell Kitten says, oh, she's going to kick your butt, dog.
What?
Hell Kitten says she's going to kick your butt.
Right. Whatever. Such a liar.
Death is in trouble. Yep. Oh. That's right. How did you know, Al? No. No. I am going to get off here at 9:30. At 9:15, it's only got a couple more minutes to go for 9:15, but I still got 18 people here. So I'm going to get off here at 9:30. I got a few dishes to do, then I'm going to make breakfast. So biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs. Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand that, Grizz. Al. You're not even close, sir, Big Steve. His name's Marion. You want biscuits and gravy too? Yep. Unusual name for a guy named Al. Yeah. Actually, if you really want to know his name, yeah, eats all the kitty with her across the table and gets away with it. That's right. We went, the Chinese buffets here in town shut their doors. There was two of them. And now one opened back up, but now it's called the Asian buffet. Okay. The last one to shut down about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and they bought the other restaurant that was opened or that was closed, and they started that one over there because the restaurant that they were in, or the building they were in, was old and dilapidated. But they were closed down because they had a bunch of illegal immigrants. Oh. Should never say that. Illegal aliens working there. They had a bunch of illegal aliens working for them. And they come in, arrested them, and got rid of them. Find this guy, shut. So the restaurant that he bought was already an operating restaurant that still had the license. All he had to do was just, I guess change, but have them come in and inspect it and everything, and nothing was different. The only thing they did is they just changed ownership. So yeah, he's in a relationship with Bigfoot. You're right. But we were there the other night because it was a grand opening. So we went there the other night for dinner. And to my surprise, it tasted like crap like the last time I was there at that same restaurant. So I will not go back. I'm not a fan of eating food that isn't prepared correctly or whatever. So, or it tastes like crap. The only thing I found out that they can actually cook and cook right is the fried potatoes. That's the only thing they do right. So, Eve, why did you had the ST in front of your name? That's funny. No, that was up in Jackson, Michigan. There was a bunch of cats and dogs come up missing there, but yeah. Um, Here's a little thought. Do you guys devein your shrimp when you eat it, or when you cook them, or do you eat them with the crap vein inside them still? People call it a mud vein, but basically what it is crap. Shrimp shit. Say that 5 times fast. Anyways, I went there to get some seafood medley, which is crab and lobster and shrimp and clams and all that put together. And I'm looking at the shrimp and it isn't deveined. So no, thank you. I'm not eating that. I'm not even taking the stuff out of it that's cooked in it. Went to go get some fried shrimp, put some on my plate, brought it in. I took the breading off from one. They didn't devein the fried shrimp either. So no, I'm done. If you can't devein your shrimp, they got peel and eat shrimp. I understand that you peel it, you eat it, or you devein it, then you eat it. That I understand, not being deveined. But the other stuff that's already peeled should have been deveined. So they're just too damn cheap. I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. They're all American. Yeah, 11 dislikes. So they're all probably from illegal aliens that are watching my channel, or people that are in sanctuary cities. Please, God, if you're in a sanctuary city, don't dislike my channel. I can't help it that you have no common sense. So, not enough Chinese there to stay open. Yeah. That's right. For the plate and see. I hit the dislike 11 times. Yeah, I bet you did. So, yeah. Tomorrow, if I do one tomorrow, I should be there. I think tomorrow is going to be what makes you butt hurt the most. I don't know. Evidently, nobody's entitled to an opinion but the people throwing down a thumbs down. So I don't care. I believe my opinion is right. I believe my, thoughts on something are right. Especially when it has to do with, and I'm not, just because, you guys live in different countries or whatever. Most other countries believe in the same thing I believe in. All these people tramping through their country, they don't like it. It's just a few of the ones that are weak in the cerebral region up here think it's okay. And they're the ones that want to dominate the world. And there could be trolls, yeah. But I just looked and I had 8. I will actually bring it up. I got 8 minutes, so I will bring it up. And I'll do a share. Okay, Monday morning, I had 8 dislikes. See right there? I had 2 from the United. Now, see, just a minute ago, I only had 1. So somebody come in and liked that, but I had 8 dislikes. All 8 are from the same place, United Kingdom. So there's either one person with 8 channels that hates me, or there's 2 or 3 people with, a certain amount of channels that hate me. But, we'll go back. Um, let's see if I can find one with a bunch more on it. Oh, here's one with illegal aliens. Okay. Illegal aliens and their kids. Let's see. Likes and dislikes. Right over here. Ba-dum-bum. Oh, we got 1 from Canada, 1 from the United Kingdom, and 4 from the United States. What do you want to bet them 4 from the United States come from sanctuary cities? Anybody? Any takers? Any takers? Bueller? Oh. Trying to find out. I got one up here with a bunch of them down there. Oh, here's one. No, I'm sorry. Got 8 of them from God Bless the USA. Likes and dislikes. Oh, we got 7 from the United Kingdom and 1 from Ireland. See, and nothing against people from the United Kingdom or Ireland, but I don't give a rat's ass if you don't like the United States. Nothing against you guys, but if you put up God Bless the United Kingdom or God Bless Ireland, I wouldn't give you a thumbs down. I wouldn't, because that's your own country. You have every right in the world to love your own country if you love it. But you don't have a right to not let somebody else love their country. So, if you get my meaning. Oh. And right here, not suitable for advertisers. So I'm going to review a request. See, and you can't do it until you get 1,000 views. So, see, that's what I don't understand. So, I'll let them go look at it first. They can waste their time. It's not fair that, something gets put up because, God Bless USA. So, oh, here's one. No Neil for the NFL. Isn't this going to be, this is going to be great. Too bad this didn't come by city, because this would be funny. Oh my, I got 2 from the United Kingdoms and 14 from the United States. Huh. And I can pretty much guarantee it comes from California and Chicago. So wherever they're doing all the kneeling. I have no sympathy for the NFL kneelers. I don't. They can all kiss my hind end. So. That's how I feel about it. So. Let me see. Yeah, it's called socialism. You're right there, Grandpa. Yeah, I wonder who. So. Yeah, you're right, Grandpa. Where they know how you feel, and they still come in and watch, and then they put their 2 cents in. Hey, if you don't like it, then don't sit there. So. All right, it's 9:29. I'm going to get out of here. I just want to tell everybody, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. I enjoy spending time with you. I really do. I'm glad you get to stay here or come here and see me. It does, it does brighten my day. I do. I feel okay. I feel. I want to come up with the right word. Not important or stuff. I feel honored. There we go. I feel honored that you are here. I really am. I really do. And I appreciate you all showing up. I appreciate the comments, even the ones that give me thumbs down. If you think that's going to bother me, it doesn't. Because it's all of you. You're giving me a view regardless. So it doesn't matter. And what they're doing is they're giving me thumbs down, and, oh well. A view is a view. There's nothing that I say in my live streams or or my videos that are offensive to anybody. It's my own views. I'm not calling anybody names. So if they don't like it, they don't like it. They just don't like it because I don't think the same way they do. And the reason why I don't think the same way they do is because I can actually walk and breathe at the same time. Left foot, right foot, breathe. Left foot, right foot, breathe. Left foot, right foot, breathe. I don't have to sit there and go left foot, right foot, breathe. I don't have to think about it. I can do everything all by myself. But, those kind of people are, suffering from cerebral damage. But anyways, y'all have a great day. God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe. Prayers and peace be with you. And we'll talk to you later. And remember, if you can't be handsome, at least be handed or handy. Well, if I offended you, I am not sorry. I'm telling Mom. Okay. If you feel offended, well, grow up, Buttercup, because it ain't going to get any different. So, y'all have a great one. And as the guy in the stick says, don't let anybody dull your shine. And that includes the people that don't agree with you. Take it for what it is. They're mentally challenged. If you believe you're right and they're wrong, they're mentally challenged. Y'all have a great one. Scrap Hawk, you have a great day. Y'all, Ron, Hellkitten, Grizz, Big Steve, All-American Grandpa. I'm going to probably miss a few of you guys here, but Nero Trigger, Mr. Dutchy Dutch, y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.